rapid manifestation isn't about forcing the universe to bend to your will. It's about unlocking the natural flow of energy that already surrounds you. If you've ever felt like you were meant for something greater, like a seed waiting for just the right conditions to sprout, know that this feeling is your invitation to take bold, purposeful steps forward. Today, we journey into the heart of aligning with universal energy for results that come not with struggle, but with unwavering grace. Across online communities and social platforms, there's a growing wave of excitement around using affirmations and mindful practices to reshape one's reality. It's a conversation so vibrant and heartfelt because it addresses the core of what we all desire: a deep sense of peace, love, and possibility. The knowledge shared in these spaces reveals an important truth. The most powerful force in your life might just be your own inner voice. When that voice resonates with compassion and conviction, miraculous things can happen. But consider this: the process of alignment is neither complicated nor out of reach. In fact, you might already be practicing small rituals daily, like pausing for a moment of gratitude in the morning or whispering hopeful words before bedtime. These gestures, though seemingly small, create a ripple effect of positive changes in your emotional field. With consistent attention and the right mindset, those gentle ripples can quickly grow into waves that transform everything around you. In the next sections, we'll explore a series of self-empowering steps to guide you along this path. We'll talk about the power of focused thought, the wisdom your heart already holds, and how mirrors can become tools for unconditional self-love. We'll delve into the importance of releasing past blockages that might be slowing your journey. You'll discover practical ways to tap into the universe's endless abundance, including daily routines that amplify gratitude and strengthen your faith in life's infinite potential. This isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. It's a personal invitation to craft the mindset and habits that resonate most deeply with you. You're free to adapt the practices, skip what doesn't feel right, and refine them over time. The ultimate goal is to help you establish an unshakable sense of harmony between your inner world and the universe at large. When that harmony is in place, manifestation can happen swiftly, almost effortlessly, as though the universe itself is cheering you on. As we move forward, remember, every step you take in self-love and openness to possibility signals the universe that you're ready to receive. Let your heart stay open and your spirit remain curious. You never know which moment of clarity will spark the profound changes you've been waiting for. Your mind holds an astonishing power, the ability to shape your reality through the thoughts you entertain. Each thought sends out a unique energetic pattern, almost like a radio signal. The real question is, what station are you tuned into most of the time? If your mental frequency is set to, "I'm stuck," or "I'm not good enough," life has a way of reinforcing those beliefs. But if you learn to gently shift toward thoughts like, "I'm worthy," or "my opportunities are limitless," you'll notice a transformative wave moving through every part of your life. In recent self-help trends, there's been a rising interest in something called a thought detox. This isn't about shaming yourself whenever a less-than-ideal thought pops up. Instead, it's a process of becoming aware of repetitive negative beliefs, examining their origin, and consciously releasing them. Imagine doing a deep cleaning in your mental environment, tossing out the old, worn-out narratives that no longer serve you. The result is a cleaner, more spacious mind, one that's ready to focus on what truly matters. Think of your internal dialogue as the voice of your own best friend. If that friend is constantly criticizing or belittling you, how would you feel in that relationship? Conversely, a supportive friend speaks words of encouragement, offers kindness, and reminds you of your strengths. By being mindful of how you speak to yourself, you can pivot your thoughts away from self-defeating negativity and move them toward uplifting perspectives. One practical exercise is to keep a small notebook or even a notes app on your phone, specifically for tracking your thoughts. Every time you catch a thought that feels harmful or limiting, jot it down. Then, rewrite it in a more empowering way. For instance, if you often think, "I'll never succeed at this," turn it into, "I'm learning more each day and success is on its way." It may feel awkward at first, but remember that every conscious effort you make retrains your mental patterns. Because thoughts direct energy, each intentional shift moves you one step closer to your desired state of being. Affirmations are an especially potent tool here. When repeated with conviction, they rewire your emotional and mental framework. Consider an affirmation such as, "I trust my own mind to guide me in a positive direction. I choose uplifting thoughts every day." As you say these words, allow your heart and mind to feel their truth. Watch how life gently reorganizes itself around your new mindset. You may sense opportunities appearing where you once saw dead ends, or find your outlook brightening in situations that used to feel draining. These transformations, small or large, are signals that you're aligning with a higher frequency, one that recognizes you as capable, powerful, and deserving of joy. While the mind works wonders in shaping our thoughts, the heart offers a deeper, more intuitive form of wisdom that can guide us toward true alignment. Many people describe the heart as a gateway, a sacred space that bypasses the noise of overthinking. Here, we tune into a gentle inner voice that speaks the language of compassion, empathy, and boundless understanding. In the hustle of daily life, it's easy to forget this inner resource. We often focus on external measures, productivity goals, social media updates, or endless to-do lists. Yet, recent mindfulness movements encourage returning to the body's calm center. One simple method is placing your hand over your heart, closing your eyes, and taking 3 slow, purposeful breaths. As you inhale, imagine fresh energy lighting up your chest, and as you exhale, envision releasing any tension or doubts. There's a reason this practice resonates with so many. When you slow down and pay attention to your heartbeat, you become more present. Presence is where true magic unfolds. It's in this space you can ask direct questions like, "What does my heart need right now?" Or, "How can I best take care of myself today?" The answers may come as a soft feeling, a fleeting image, or a gentle surge of emotion, but they're usually spot on. Your heart's wisdom also plays a pivotal role in manifestation. While the mind can set goals and strategize, the heart connects you to the emotional frequency that attracts those goals. Emotions act like a magnet. If you cultivate feelings of love, appreciation, and trust, these vibrations radiate outward, signaling to the universe that you're open to receiving. The more consistently you reside in that state, the quicker your desires find their way to you. A recent trend ties breath work with heart-based meditation. In short sessions, practitioners align breath rhythms with heartbeats, often described as heart coherence. People report everything from reduced stress to sudden bursts of inspiration, as if the heart's wisdom floods the mind with clarity. Incorporating even 5 minutes of this practice into your daily routine can spark noticeable improvements in your mood, relationships, and creative ventures. An affirmation that resonates well here could be, "My heart's wisdom aligns me with the perfect flow of life, and I trust that guidance wholeheartedly." Say it slowly, with your hand still resting over your heart. Feel the warmth beneath your palm and allow that sensation to serve as a loving reminder. You are your own sanctuary. In a world filled with distractions, your heart remains a faithful compass, directing you to the path of harmony and swift manifestation. The more you listen, the more you'll discover that your heart's language is one of unwavering love. It doesn't question your worth or your capabilities. It knows you are already worthy of every wonderful thing life has to offer. Let that understanding seep into every decision you make. Over time, you'll notice it becomes second nature to trust your heart's gentle nudges, and that trust is one of the most powerful catalysts for change. Picture yourself standing in front of a mirror, meeting your own gaze with warmth instead of criticism. This is the essence of mirror work, a practice that is quietly trending on various social media platforms as people share their dramatic transformations. The concept might sound simple, looking at yourself and speaking affirming words, but for many it feels surprisingly vulnerable. Yet it's precisely in this vulnerability that deep healing begins. How often do we look at our reflection only to pinpoint flaws? We may comment on wrinkles, weight, or perceived imperfections before we've had the chance to truly see ourselves. Mirror work flips this habit on its head, encouraging you to pause and acknowledge your inherent worth. It can be as direct as saying, "I love you and I am here for you," while locking eyes with your reflection. For some, tears may surface in the early stages, but those tears can be a gentle release of self-doubt accumulated over years. By practicing mirror work regularly, you start reprogramming the relationship you have with yourself. Instead of being your harshest critic, you become your own source of compassion and reassurance. Imagine the emotional freedom that arises when you no longer feel the weight of constant self-judgment. Each day, you stand in front of that mirror, perhaps just after waking or before bed, and you speak words of encouragement like, "I see myself with compassion, and I celebrate every part of who I am." People who commit to mirror work often report breakthroughs in other areas of life, stronger relationships, improved self-confidence, and an unshakable sense of inner peace. It's as though by extending loving words to yourself in a physical reflection, you begin to reflect that same love out into the world. Not only does it rewire your own perception, but it also shifts the way others respond to you. You project confidence, and that energy ripples outward, inviting more positivity and genuine connection into your life. If you're unsure where to start, you could begin with a brief ritual. Find a quiet space, take a calming breath, and meet your eyes in the mirror without judgment. Start by saying something small yet powerful, like, "I choose to be kind to myself today." Over time, lengthen these affirmations into full, heartfelt dialogues, thanking yourself for any wins or acknowledging personal struggles with grace. This nurturing conversation becomes a daily love note to your soul. Remember, consistency amplifies results. Even a short, devoted minute can make a substantial difference in how you carry yourself. The act of showing up for yourself signals to the universe that you value your own well-being, which in turn invites faster and more harmonious manifestations. The more you practice mirror work, the clearer it becomes that self-love is the fertile soil from which all of your dreams and desires can flourish. We all carry a hidden weight, old stories, lingering regrets, or the echo of hurtful words from ages ago. These unresolved experiences can act like barriers on the path to manifesting what your heart truly desires. It's as if your inner world is clogged with emotional debris, making it hard for fresh new possibilities to flow in. The good news is that just as we clean our homes or organize cluttered spaces, we can also perform an emotional spring cleaning. One way to begin is through journaling. Grab a notebook or open a digital journal and allow yourself to pour out any festering emotions or concerns. You might start with a prompt like, "What past events still influence my self-worth today?" The act of writing can bring clarity, dragging hidden fears or resentments out of the shadows and into the light of conscious awareness. And once you see them plainly, it becomes easier to let them go. Simultaneously, consider adding a daily gratitude practice. This pairs beautifully with journaling. After you've voiced your worries, shift gears to list everything you appreciate, be it the warmth of morning sunlight or the comfort of a supportive friend. By doing this, you balance emotional release with emotional nourishment. The gratitude list becomes a gentle reminder that, despite past hurts, your present life holds rays of hope and beauty. Think of resentment or unhealed wounds as anchors. Each unacknowledged pain or grudge ties you to a version of yourself that no longer exists. When you consciously decide to release that anchor, you free yourself to move forward unencumbered. Some people find it helpful to create a small letting go ritual. It could be as simple as writing down what you wish to release on a piece of paper and then safely burning or tearing it up, visualizing the symbolic weight dissolving. Another practical tip: if you feel tension around a certain memory or relationship, place your hand on your heart, take a few calming breaths, and state a release affirmation. For instance, "I forgive and let go of all past burdens. My path is now clear, and I am ready for radiant possibilities." Speak these words gently but confidently. Notice the subtle sense of relief that often follows. As you peel away layers of past pain, you'll create more room within yourself for joy, creativity, and abundance. This space is fertile ground where fresh inspiration can plant seeds and flourish into experiences that resonate with your higher self. Releasing what no longer serves you isn't about erasing history. It's about integrating lessons and moving forward with an open heart. Each time you release even a sliver of old baggage, you'll feel lighter, more optimistic, and far more aligned with the swift currents of universal energy that carry you toward your deepest dreams. Imagine standing by a vast, flowing river that stretches as far as the eye can see. No matter how much water you collect, the river continues, generous and unstoppable. That's a fitting image for universal abundance, an ever-present current of opportunities, love, and resources, more than enough for everyone. Our challenge is not to create abundance from scratch, but to align ourselves with this constant flow. A growing number of people are discovering the power of morning routines to cement their connection with abundance. Some start each day with a quick thank you meditation, gently coaxing their minds toward gratitude before any doubts can creep in. Others set aside time for future-focused journaling, writing about their goals and dreams as though they're already a reality. If you find that your morning typically rushes by in a haze of alarms and emails, consider claiming 5 minutes for intentional stillness. Let that be your sacred pause to remember that you are part of an infinite, benevolent universe. Creating a vision board remains a popular technique too, and for good reason. When you visually represent your aspirations, whether it's financial stability, meaningful relationships, or vibrant health, you're offering your subconscious a blueprint. Each glance at the board reaffirms your goals and keeps your mind tuned into the possibilities rather than the limitations. Pair these images with an affirmation. Abundance flows through me and all around me. I am open to receiving life's infinite blessings. Repetition, combined with vivid imagery, strengthens the neural pathways that support a prosperous mindset. Of course, abundance isn't limited to material wealth. It also appears in forms like creative ideas, genuine friendships, or emotional resilience. When you cultivate a mindset that values every gift, big or small, you broaden your capacity to recognize and receive life's countless offerings. A simple practice might be to say thank you anytime you receive something, whether it's an extra moment of peace or a kind message from a friend. These small acknowledgments feed into a continuous loop of gratitude, attracting even more reasons to be thankful. Pay attention to the shift in energy when you consciously choose to embrace abundance. Your posture may straighten, your mood may lighten, and your intuition might sharpen, guiding you toward opportunities you previously overlooked. You become more receptive to a world that was always ready to meet you halfway. Remember, abundance is an ongoing relationship. Like tending to a garden, you nourish it with daily affirmations and consistent faith, even when results aren't immediately visible. Over time, you'll notice the subtle sprouts of your efforts, synchronicities, unexpected support, or moments of sheer joy. Trust in these signs and lean into them. As you do, you'll find that the river of abundance isn't just a metaphor. It becomes a living reality that energizes every corner of your life. Close your eyes for a moment and conjure the details of your deepest desire. What does it look like, feel like, or even smell like? Visualization is often described as the missing link between wanting something and actually bringing it into your reality. By immersing yourself in the mental imagery of your dreams, you're effectively training your mind and emotions to experience them in the present. This heightened sense of already having rearranges your energy field, making manifestation quicker and more seamless. There's a reason so many athletes, speakers, and high achievers swear by visualization. When you repeatedly see a success scenario in your mind, your brain starts to interpret it as if it's genuinely happening, priming your body and nervous system for real-world actions that align with that outcome. It's almost as though you're rehearsing for the moment your dreams become tangible. A potent technique is combining visualization with slow, deliberate breathing. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe in for a count of 4. Hold for a moment, and breathe out for 4. As you find a rhythm, begin picturing each aspect of your vision: the colors around you, the sounds that fill the space, the emotional warmth bubbling in your chest. If your dream is financial freedom, imagine checking your bank balance and feeling immediate calm and security. If it's a fulfilling relationship, see yourself laughing and sharing moments of genuine connection. These emotional cues are critical. The more you can summon the feeling you anticipate having once the manifestation is real, the stronger the signal you send out to the universe. Pair this with an affirmation like, "My visions become reality with grace and ease. I create my future by seeing it clearly in my mind." The synergy between spoken word and imagined scene can be remarkably powerful. Some communities are trending with group visualization sessions where people gather online or in person to amplify each other's intentions. The collective energy can make the imagery more vivid, spurring deeper conviction. If you can't join such a group, consider a personal routine, perhaps at sunrise or before sleep. The important part is consistency. Let visualization become a beloved daily practice rather than a sporadic hobby. Remember, visualization isn't a stand-in for action. Instead, it prepares and motivates you to take aligned steps toward your goals. After all, manifestation involves both the inner work of shaping your mindset and the outer work of moving in harmony with your dreams. However, you'll find that once you solidify your vision mentally, everyday opportunities start popping up that bring you closer to what you've pictured. Embrace them confidently. In essence, rapid manifestation isn't about hurrying the universe. It's about synchronizing your inner world so thoroughly that the external world must keep pace. Visualization sets the stage, and as you nurture this practice, you'll notice the lines between your imagined life and your real-life experiences begin to blur, until one day they seamlessly become one. Gratitude is often dubbed the fastest route to inner peace, and for good reason. When you cultivate a sense of appreciation, you elevate your emotional and vibrational state almost instantly. Instead of zeroing in on what's missing, you shine a spotlight on what's already present and good. This shift helps you realize that life is supporting you in countless, often overlooked ways. A practical method for weaving gratitude into your daily life is the micro-check. At random times throughout the day, pause and think of one thing, no matter how small, that brings you comfort or joy. It could be the warmth of your favorite sweater, or the fact that you have the gift of sight to read these words. These tiny pockets of gratitude serve as refreshing mental resets, preventing you from being swept away by stress or negativity. Some people keep a gratitude journal, devoting a few minutes each evening to list out the day's blessings. This practice helps you end the day on a high note, reminding you of progress and positivity, even if the day had its challenges. Others opt for a morning gratitude ritual, which sets an optimistic tone before the hustle of daily tasks begins. Choose whatever feels most natural and impactful. There's no wrong way to be thankful. When you consistently practice gratitude, you'll likely notice an internal shift. Moments that once passed by unnoticed start to sparkle with significance. You might find yourself appreciating simple things, like the pattern of sunlight through a window or the pleasant taste of a home-cooked meal. Over time, these small joys accumulate, forming a potent buffer against life's inevitable ups and downs. Beyond emotional benefits, gratitude can also supercharge your manifestation process. Think of it this way. If your energy is anchored in appreciation, you're essentially telling the universe, "I see the abundance in my life, and I'm ready for more." This standpoint naturally aligns with the flow of giving and receiving. As you spread gratitude, you cultivate an atmosphere that invites blessings, opportunities, and supportive relationships to appear. An affirmation to bolster this practice could be, Every breath I take is a gift, and I am grateful for the abundant flow of blessings in my life. Internalize these words. Let them guide your actions and responses to daily challenges. Watch how they reshape your perspective, even in situations where optimism might not come easily. Maintaining a grateful mindset isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it's a conscious decision to highlight the good that coexists with life's hardships. By centering yourself in appreciation, you invite harmony into your life and open the door to continued, accelerated growth. Gratitude is its own form of alignment, a gentle yet effective way to keep your spirit tuned into the supportive rhythms of the universe. Forgiveness is sometimes misunderstood as letting someone off the hook, but in reality, it's a gift you give yourself, a release of harmful emotional ties that keep you tethered to pain. Holding on to anger or resentment is like clutching a burning coal. The longer you grip it, the more harm it does to you. Real forgiveness goes beyond mere words. It's an intentional process of shedding layers of hurt, bitterness, and regret to make space for something far more liberating: inner peace. Our personal histories can be complicated. Maybe someone hurt you deeply, or you feel guilty about a choice you made in the past. Resentment and shame can linger for years, quietly sapping your energy and blocking your progress. In the realm of manifestation, these unhealed wounds act as roadblocks, trapping your focus in cycles of blame or self-criticism. Only by addressing these scars can you truly unlock your ability to move forward and manifest what you deserve. Start by acknowledging the pain. Often, people rush into declaring they've forgiven when their hearts are still weighed down by anger. It's more effective to sit with the hurt, name it, and understand its impact on you. I feel betrayed, or I'm disappointed in myself, are candid admissions that validate your emotional truth. From there, you can explore the lesson within the wound. What did this experience teach me? Or, how can I become stronger or more compassionate because of it? Once you've identified the lesson, the next step is releasing the burden. Some choose to write a letter, addressed to themselves or to the person who caused the pain, laying out every feeling without holding back, then tearing or burning it as a symbolic act of release. Others may repeat an affirmation daily, such as, I forgive myself and others completely. I am free to move forward in peace and joy. Over time, repeating these words seeps into the subconscious, smoothing out the rough edges of old resentments. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to welcome harmful individuals or situations back into your life. It simply means you're no longer allowing them to occupy valuable space in your mind and heart. In doing so, you reclaim energy that's better used for creative pursuits, self-discovery, or the kind of personal growth that aligns you more closely with the universe's supportive energy. As you step into forgiveness, you may notice fresh perspectives and new roads opening up. That's because you've ceased carrying the heavy emotional load that was pulling you backward. You're now lighter, more flexible, and open to the universe's infinite potential. This is where powerful manifestations can flourish, unencumbered by the hurts of the past, and buoyed by the unshakable peace of a heart that has chosen compassion over bitterness. Think back on all the insights you've gathered, the transformative energy in your thoughts, the soft whispers of wisdom from your heart, and the self-affirming power of mirror work. Recall how releasing old baggage frees up space for new growth, while connecting to universal abundance ushers in blessings that surpass your wildest imaginings. You've journeyed through visualization techniques that make your dreams tangible, leaned on gratitude to keep your spirit buoyant, and found the courage to let go of resentment through forgiveness. Each of these practices on its own can catalyze meaningful change, but together they form a holistic tapestry of inner work, weaving a beautiful pattern of accelerated manifestation. The universe responds to the signals you send, and by embracing these positive habits, you're delivering a consistent, harmonious message. I am ready for a life that reflects my highest good. In return, the universe supports you in ways both subtle and monumental. It's important to recognize that alignment with universal energy is a journey, not a one-time event. You may encounter moments of doubt or slip into old patterns. When that happens, treat yourself gently. Return to your heart's wisdom, revisit the mirror for a dose of self-love, or reaffirm your right to move forward unburdened by past pains. This cyclical process of recalibration ensures that your progress remains steady, even if it's not always linear. Remember, manifestation is not about impatiently demanding results. It's about cultivating the internal environment that makes those results inevitable. Like a well-tended garden, your dreams blossom naturally when nourished with care and attention. And as you've seen, there's no shortage of tools: journaling for clarity, breathwork for calm, affirmations for mental reprogramming, and gratitude to keep you centered in the present. With all these steps in your toolkit, you stand on the brink of a profound shift, one where obstacles dissolve and opportunities rush in. Let your final affirmation for today echo like a clarion call in your heart. I embrace universal energy with open arms, and in return I witness rapid, joyful manifestations. Say it boldly with conviction. Feel it resonate in your mind, body, and soul. Now, as you step away from this video and back into your day, carry with you the unshakable confidence that life conspires in your favor. Trust that your newfound alignment paves a path of swift manifestations and transformative growth. Each time you return to these practices, you strengthen your connection to that abundant flow, ensuring your journey continues in harmony and light. The power is already within you. Now is the time to fully claim it.